Member from York South-Weston.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. My question is for the Minister of Community Safety and Correctional Services. 2 shootings in the span of the last 48 hours have deeply affected the community of York South-Weston. The first incident on Tuesday evening has claimed the life of a 19-year-old man, and from media reports I understand that the victim was shot several times in the back. Yesterday evening, another young man was shot several times in the head and in the leg near a bus shelter, and he is fighting for his life. Minister, my riding has had a very high incidence of violent crimes in the past year. Gun crime on our streets affects not just those that are involved, but also people that are just going about their everyday life. And the community has been working very hard to find solutions. Mr. Speaker, through you to the Minister, what measures is our government taking to tackle these appalling acts?
Thank you. Minister.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I want to thank Ms. Albanese, the member for York South-Weston, for the question and for being such a very, very strong advocate for safety in her community. I would also like to offer our collective condolences to the victims and to the entire community of York South-Weston. Our government is committed to keeping communities safe, which is why we've made substantial investments into specially targeted initiatives. Our unprecedented $74 million Guns and Gangs program includes the Toronto Anti-Violence Intervention Strategy. That's known as TAVIS. And TAVIS incorporates officers from the Toronto Police Services Drug Squad, Guns and Gangs Task Force, and Intelligence Services who work directly with communities so that a multi-pronged approach to tackling violent crime can be developed. Our government has also added 200.
Q. Supplementary.
I thank the Minister for the answer, but I'm still deeply concerned about the residents of York South-Weston, and my question is again directed to the Minister of Community Safety. Statistics indicate that my riding is one of the most affected by crime and violence. And as you can imagine, I too often hear concerns, serious concerns about safety, security, and violence in my community. I know that my constituents welcome the new 250 police officers in the City of Toronto, and I'm also very glad to have learned from the Toronto Police Services that officers from the TAVIS Community Response Unit will be assigned to our neighbourhood during the summer. And while I'm happy about the work that is being done in my riding, I am still deeply concerned about the rate of violent crime in York South-Weston. Mr. Speaker, can the Minister please tell this House what further action can my community expect to ensure their safety and their security?
Thanks, Mr. Speaker. I appreciate the member's concern for her community, and I would like to assure her that our government remains committed to doing all we can to keep Ontarians safe. We will continue to develop strategy with our policing partners and other ministries to provide a multifaceted approach to tackling violence in our communities. Ontarians concerned with gun violence expect their political leaders at all levels of government to proceed in a manner reflective of their concerns. So again, we call on the federal government for a handgun ban, for the continuation of the long gun registry, and we support the Canadian Police Association in their call for the federal government to live up to their commitment made in 2006 for an additional 2,500 new police officers on the streets of Canada. In the end, it's all about safety of Ontarians, Mr. Speaker, and the McGuinty government is willing to work with everyone to ensure we achieve the